Hey everyone and welcome to our channel. Coordinating work across several teams in Jira can get messy fast, and when PI planning shows up, that mess only grows. Whether you're running a full Agile Release Train or just trying to get multiple teams aligned for the next quarter, in this video I'll show you how BigPicture can turn that chaos into a clear visual plan that everyone can follow. I'll show you how to get from this to that. Let's dive in. PI planning is a big planning session where several teams agree on what they will deliver in the next 8 to 12 weeks. That's the typical duration of the PI or the planning interval. During these meetings, teams prioritize features, break down the work, map dependencies, check capacity, raise risks, and build one shared plan they can commit to. So quite a lot of stuff going on during these sessions, and let me walk you through all these steps. So we're starting with a list of our features. Of course, I've prepared some sample data here, so I'm not going to break down work items. I've simply applied a filter here. In the top right corner, you'll see this yellow dot. So I filtered my list to show only the features. And the first step would be to prioritize this list. How can I do that in Jira? Well, I can use the priority field, but Save or Skate Agile Framework recommends to use a framework called WSJF or weighted shortest job first. The formula used to calculate this score includes business value, time criticality, risk reduction, as well as the size of the work item. So quite a lot of things to include. And how can we do that using BigPicture? Well, there is a dedicated module for that. If you have BigPicture Enterprise, it is called Priorities. It supports this framework. It also supports other frameworks, but in this example we'll be using the WSJF. Here I can also apply a filter. There is a list of my features. Let's check the configuration here. If we click on the list view here, go to configure, you'll notice that the template I'm using is called WSJF. There are other frameworks that you can use here. You can also customize the formula used to calculate the score. So the formula is business value plus time criticality plus risk reduction, all divided by estimated size. So in other words, the larger the denominator, the lower the score. As we want to deliver work that is time critical, doesn't require much risk reduction, has a high business value, and the lower the size, the better. Alright, let's save it. Let's go back to our list of features. And I've already populated some of these values, so let's do it one more time. Let's say that this feature is, the size is medium, the time criticality is high, the needed risk reduction is lowest, and the business value is 4. As soon as I populate all these four fields, BigPicture will calculate the score for me, so the score is quite low, meaning that I can leave this feature for later. Once we have a prioritized list of features, we can now proceed to the next module. Now keep in mind that I've already configured my BigPicture, so I'll just show you what I've done so far. I did assemble several teams that the Agile Release Train consists of. So I have 8 different teams. Teams consist of team members. Team members are assigned to calendars, meaning that BigPicture can calculate their capacity and hence the team's capacity automatically for us. So we have the teams. I've also configured my Agile Release Train box. What do I mean by that? Well, my Agile Release Train will deliver work in time boxes. This would be the PIs and iterations or sprints. So I've already created 3 PIs and they consist of iterations. So far so good. Now let's have a look at the board module, as the board module is the place where I can display my time boxes as columns. As you can see, columns are PI1 to PI number 3 as well. As horizontal lanes, you'll have your team swim lanes with their calculated capacity. This capacity can be calculated in story points or using time values. And on each of the PIs, we can zoom in a little bit. We won't need the PI number 3 for now. You'll also notice there is this arrow pointing downward called level down. What does this mean? It means that we are planning in 2 stages. First, the larger interval, the PI, and then the teams break down the work and plan the iterations. So on high level PIs, where we select the features for development, and then the teams will break down the features during the planning sessions and plan their iteration, resolve the conflicts. So we would start with the PI, and I can pick items from that list. Please ignore the type. So some of them I've converted to features, some of them are still using the default issue type. In my case, that is the task. And here, using drag and drop, I can start assigning work. I can drop it in the team unassigned work. So this action means that yes, I want the teams to deliver this feature in PI number 1, and let's also add some to PI number 2. You'll notice the minute I drop that a linked appeared. And the sequence is incorrect. What does this mean? It means that in order to start working on B and T 5, team has to complete B and T number 8 first. So what can I do here? Well, the simplest thing would be to push B and T to the same PI of B and T 8 or to the future one. This would resolve the conflict, but now I've created a different conflict. So in my case, it might be a good idea that all of these features will be delivered in the same PI, and now the line connecting the cards change color to yellow, indicating that this is a dependency, to use the correct word, dependency at risk, meaning that they will need to be coordinated within the same PI. But a PI consists of multiple iterations, so that could work. Of course, there might be some other items that we'll be working on. And please notice that I haven't really assigned work to any teams yet. I can do it from here. If I know the exact team that will be working on that particular feature, I can assign it to a team, or I can leave it in the team unassigned, so the teams will pick the features they will be working on. So let's say we know who's going to be working on what, and we've planned our PI number 1 and PI number 2. What would be the next step? Well, we can go level down and zoom in on our PI number 1. As soon as I do that, I can show the full backlog here, and you'll notice that the features highlighted green are already planned. Now the next step would be to check the capacity. I can do it directly on that board and update the capacity, or use a dedicated screen. If I hover over the board module and go to capacity planning, you'll notice that I've already set the capacity for all the different teams for iteration 1, 2, and 3. You can also edit it here, and it works in story points and in man days. The default values will be calculated automatically for you, and BigPicture can also convert the man days into story points using a conversion ratio, or you can just set it manually. So far so good. Let's go back to our swim lanes. Here on this board, this is like a master Scrum board, meaning that in Jira your teams can be using different Scrum boards, and in BigPicture you can connect all of the Scrum boards and show in this view. What happens when I assign work to a team? You'll notice that as soon as I assign it, it might take a short while. BigPicture will also update the sprint field in Jira, because all my iterations are connected to a sprint field. Let me refresh my browser, and there it is. This happens automatically, but it takes a couple of seconds. And of course I can keep doing that, so teams will be planning their sprints here. I can multi-select work items here, and once I start assigning work, you'll notice that dependencies appear just as I've shown you earlier. So in that case, we will be also required to resolve the incorrect dependencies. So I will need to reverse these two tasks to resolve the conflict. When I do that, I will also need to pay attention to the capacity of the teams. Now I haven't really estimated all of the work items. I think I have some more estimated items here, and as soon as I start adding cards that are already estimated, you'll notice that the allocated work increases, right? So we have 8 story points here, 13 story points. Let's keep going until I've exceeded the capacity. So 23, 3 more, and we have a warning, right? So the team will not be able to deliver all these work items, so it might be a good idea to push this item forward. Now I will keep doing this to populate my board and be right back. Alright, so my board is populated. Now once the board is ready, there's one more very important feature in BigPicture, and you will find it in the box configuration, tasks and scheduling. Here is where you can tell BigPicture to generate the timeline or your roadmap for you automatically. There are a couple of options here. I will select the precise alignment. Let's hit save and let's have a look at the timeline. Let's go to the Gantt module. Alright, and there it is. My roadmap is ready. The work items were updated, their start and end dates were aligned with the iteration start and end dates, and all of that with a single click. How great is that? But that's not all. There's one more thing. There's one more module. If you have BigPicture Enterprise, you can also identify your risks, create a risk register, and assess the related level of risk. If you don't have BigPicture Enterprise, you can use the good old risks module, but there's one more board called goals, and on this board, once the PIs and iterations are planned, teams will also define PI objectives. For that purpose, they can use the goals module. This again shows us the team swim lanes, but adds an additional row called main goals. Now your goals can be either Jira work items such as epics, for example, or you can just create big picture objectives. You can also set the planned business value score. That score tells everyone how important is the objective to the business. Once you stored the PI, you will be also able to enter the actual business value. That would be the feedback from your stakeholders, from the users. So if this short video helped you to understand the basics of PI planning and how BigPicture supports it, remember one thing: the tool will not magically fix your delivery problems. In fact, once you start visualizing your work properly, the tool often reveals issues that were hidden before. Gaps in process, unclear ownership, missing prioritization, or teams that aren't aligned. That's why at Genius Gecko we don't just teach you how to click on the tool, we combine agile coaching, tool training and tool selection guidance to help you build a setup that actually works for your teams, not just one that looks good in a demo. Check the link in the description. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.